On his first day at work, this caregiver poured boiling water onto his employer's legs, just to test if he really had no sensation. To check out a pretty woman, he fed food right into his employer's eyes. He also disliked his employer's beard, and styled it like this, and like this. Strangely enough, the employer didn't fire him. Instead, he raised his salary. Philip was a billionaire, but a skydiving accident left him paralyzed for life. With only his head able to move, he decided to hire a caregiver to look after him. Many outstanding candidates came to apply. Some were graduates from prestigious schools, some had rich experience, but Philip didn't choose any of them. Instead, he picked Driss, a street thug. Driss actually knew nothing about caregiving. He had even been in prison for fighting. Just out of jail, he came to the interview, only to get a rejection letter, so that he could apply for government benefits. But Philip still chose him. He offered Driss a 1-month trial period, so he could think it over. The next day, Driss came as promised. He planned to take the rejection letter and leave, but the housekeeper showed him around the entire mansion. And finally, she showed him the room prepared just for him. Driss accepted the job, but he was completely unreliable. He slept during caregiving lessons, wiped Philip's head with foot wash water, used shampoo on his feet, fed him while ogling the female assistant, poking food right into Philip's eye. He even refused to help him with bowel movements. Friends couldn't understand why Philip would hire such a guy. This kind of person has no sympathy, they said, but that was exactly what Philip wanted.
C'est ce que je veux. Aucune pitié. Souvent il me tend le téléphone, tu sais pourquoi? Parce qu'il oublie.
It was Driss's casual, no-nonsense attitude that made Philip feel truly at ease. He never treated Philip like a disabled person. He refused to drive the nanny van. He'd uncover the sports car, put Philip in the passenger seat, and together they'd feel the roar of the engine. Philip hates people who park illegally. Driss would teach him a lesson.
La bonne méthode, ça.
This unreliable caregiver ended up saving Philip's life. One night, Philip suddenly had trouble breathing. Driss rushed over immediately, placed a hot towel on his forehead, calmed him down, and wheeled him out onto the streets of Paris at 4 a.m. The fresh air eased Philip's breathing. Afterwards, they went to a cafe. Their relationship grew closer. Philip opened up about his pain. He missed his late wife, and the skydiving accident often gave him nightmares. Driss listened intently. Philip officially told Driss he had passed the trial period. Driss was delighted. No one had ever believed in him like this before. Driss became more skilled in caregiving. The former thug had turned into a qualified caregiver. He decided to help Philip regain his confidence. One day, Driss discovered Philip had a pen pal. After asking, he learned they had been writing for 6 months, but had never met. Driss could tell Philip liked her. He directly called her, though Philip pretended to refuse. Once the call connected, he chatted away. But after hanging up, Philip started worrying again. She wanted to see his photo. Driss eagerly helped pick one. He wanted Philip to send a wheelchair photo, but Philip secretly swapped it for one from before his accident. When it comes to love, even billionaires feel insecure. While waiting for her reply, Driss took Philip out every day. They had snowball fights in the snow. Though Philip was mostly on the receiving end, he was happy. Driss thought the wheelchair was too slow, so he had a high-speed electric motor installed. They sped through the streets. He even took Philip for ear massages. In return, Philip took Driss to buy suits, to concerts, and to art exhibits. Soon, Philip's birthday arrived. With Driss there, it became much livelier than before. He was like a ray of sunshine, breaking through Philip's darkness. Before long, the pen pal's reply came. She wanted to meet. Philip was thrilled, spending days choosing clothes, trying them on in front of the mirror. But as the day drew closer, his excitement turned to insecurity. On the day of the meeting, Philip asked Driss to take him away. He couldn't face it. They flew on a private jet to the place where Philip had once gone skydiving. Philip put on skydiving gear again. Compared to his calmness, Driss was bursting with excitement. But good times didn't last. When they returned home, they found Driss's younger brother injured. Because Driss had been caring for Philip 24/7, he had no time for his family. Philip knew it was time to let him go. The next day, Driss packed his bags. Everyone came to say goodbye. Walking out the door, he came across a car blocking his way. This time, he didn't use violence. Life with Philip had changed him. Back home, Driss helped his family with their problems, and began looking for work again. With Philip's influence, he passed the interview. Meanwhile, after Driss left, Philip went through many caregivers. They were cautious and restrained, treating him as a wealthy patient to be flattered. When Driss saw Philip again, he had become an unkempt old man. Driss took him out for a drive. They sped wildly, attracting police attention, but Driss was calm. He accused the police of delaying Philip's trip to the hospital, warning them they couldn't bear the consequences. Philip played along, shaking his head, foaming at the mouth. The police panicked, let them go, and even escorted them with a police car. Seeing Philip's low spirits, Driss drove him past the fields, to the seaside. Looking at at Philip's scruffy beard, Driss tried to cheer him up, styling it like this, and like this. Finally, Driss took Philip to a restaurant, but he didn't stay to accompany him.
Embrassez-la bien fort pour moi.
After Driss left, a woman sat down in front of Philip. It was his pen pal. The date he once ran away from finally happened, bringing the story full circle.